Well, hello everybody. Today is the 20th of April and I thought we'd just take a quick look around the aquaponic garden in my greenhouse and show you really briefly how everything is doing. There's one thing that's really impressing me. Look at that Pak Choy. That's great. And actually, while I'm on here, it's a good opportunity to show you something. I don't know how well it's showing up, but if you can see the yellowing in these leaves here, this is because of a low iron level in the aquaponic system. It's easy enough to fix. Make sure you're finding yourself a food-safe product if you're going to do that, though. Unless, of course, it's a decorative aquaponics garden, in which case, fly at her, just don't hurt your fish. But in the center, you can see these are, well, maybe you can see anyway, these are a much darker green. That's the growth after I added the chelated iron to the system. So, as you can see, maybe, it's a pretty obvious clue. Very easy to tell when it's time to add iron. Let's look at some of the other things that are growing on in here. How about that Lemon Balm, the unofficial plant of JT Bear as it's been put. But still, look at that. It is definitely time for me to make some tea. Oh, I love it. Get a French press and some lemon balm leaves. Give it about 4 minutes. Oh yeah. That kale has definitely sprouted up. I think it's time to take it out. And behind it there, you can just sort of barely see my sage. I'm going to take some of those older sage plants out, put them in soil this year. The root systems on those have just gotten so big, it's becoming a major drainage issue. So, time to deal with that. How's that catmint looking? That's not bad. You can see back here I've trimmed up the leeks a little bit. And those strawberries are settling in nicely. See if I can find it here. Oh. Berries are beginning to form. Gotta like that. As far as some of the other things going on, here's that lemon balm that I took out. Those are all just clones tucked into the aquaponics to grow roots, and sure enough they did. I did end up putting some more of those cuttings into soil, but these guys are not looking that good. However, some of the ones I put into the ponics are not looking too bad. So we'll see. The jury's still out on that. I'm very, very hopeful. There are those honeyberry bushes. I think I might put them into the gnome garden. I'm not sure. I want to double check and make sure they're going to get enough sunlight to really produce fruit. I'm not quite sure they will in the gnome garden. It's another one of those so-called curry plants. It takes a while for plants to adjust coming out of the aquaponic garden. As you can see, the one sprig that's still in the aquaponic garden, oh, it's growing along just fine. Here are those tomato starts from the seeds I saved, rubbing them against a paper towel. I am so glad that works, because the idea of intentionally cultivating mold in a jar so I can get tomato seeds, I was really not liking that idea. But I got a pretty good sprout rate out of that. So, you know, once again, I'll put a link in the video here if you want to check out how to save tomato seeds without mold. Turns out it's super easy. Gonna have to start trimming those up, doing a little transplanting. I have a tomato goal this year. I want at least 4 cups of dried tomatoes. Green tomatoes, red tomatoes, don't care. And of course, I want to have some nice big green tomatoes for Shucks to make those fine fried green tomatoes for me. So I guess I have 2 tomato goals this year. Alright, that's it for the April 20th update on the greenhouse. I got a lot of things to do today. So thank you for checking in, and I'll show you what this place looks like after I've made some changes. Have yourselves a fantastic day.